Michelle is a musician with albums released as Everyone Except Me and artist behind the post-apocalyptic webcomic Stray Cats. She's kind, a bit shy, and furiously creative. Henrique is a filmmaker with over 24 films and TV shows as producer, director, and occasionally host. He also released a couple of music albums. He's bombastic, larger than life, and tenacious almost to a fault. Together, they've been best friends for a decade. This show is awkward.
I am proud to tell you that, first of all, as you already know, I am wrong a lot.
No.
I can be pretty wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
2 weeks ago, I said that was going to be the last episode we did about coronavirus. And even then you were like, oh, no,
yeah,
man.
Okay, yeah.
And you were right and I was wrong because...
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You know, it's just... There's nothing else in life.
Aww.
I was talking to a friend on the phone and that wasn't you somehow. And I know it's startling.
No, it's okay.
But I told her that I was just, the way I describe my life right now is I said, I'm just sitting on the couch watching TV waiting to live.
Aww.
And I didn't even mean to like say that in a way. I was going to say waiting to die to be funny. And then I was like, no, I'm really not waiting to die. I'm waiting to get to go to Goodwill.
Apparently. Yeah.
But I do want to say that it is worth celebrating today. I don't even know how many days in self-isolation and social distancing I've been. I could have counted, but I'm kind of like, I'm worried that the number will just upset me.
I could count for you if you want.
Well, I started on the 12th of March.
So today is the, I don't know, day. Is
Well
it the
done.
8th? So does that mean...
It's been almost a month.
Yeah.
So...
That's not that long.
Yeah, it's not that long. But I had a quarantine achievement unlocked this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I burned my leg very badly from frying an egg without pants on.
Oh. Like, what happened? Like, did the oil?
Some oil got me. Yeah, some oil got me.
You probably should wear pants when you fry things.
You know what? Essential, you don't know what we're going through in the non-essential life, okay?
I made eggs today and I had clothes on.
Oh yeah, that's great. And I bet you still talk to people every day.
I do. It's painful.
I'm not generally a pantsless person, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
I have like some pajama pants that I'm really fond of. But this is, again, you want to hear how like bachelory everything is. They were in the washer. So yeah. My washing machine is malfunctioning.
Yeah.
And the only way it can get through a load is if it's a full load because it keeps the balance right.
Mm-hmm.
So I live alone and I'm just a guy and I literally like all of my clothes and almost all of my towels have to be dirty before I can run a load of laundry.
Yeah. We've discussed this, which is interesting because like I only do like laundry like once a month and it's not that much of my clothes. I mean, I'll like run out of underwear, but like I just never, and no, I'll run out of socks too after about a month, but you know.
Need socks. Yeah. I have like 6 pairs of pants and maybe, I have a lot of shirts, but the ones that are actually in rotation is probably around 8.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually the problem is I'm not afraid to admit it. Like I'll wear, clothes repeatedly if they smell okay, if they're fine. I'll wear them, multiple times, especially when before this working from home.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care. It's no big deal. But the problem is once one segment of my clothing becomes completely too dirty to rewear, then I have to wash everything. Oh. So if I run out of clean underwear, I have to wash everything.
Right, because why? Yeah.
So I used to do my life used to be always like a half a load of laundry at a time.
Wow.
But that was like maybe once a week. Maybe once a week I do a bunch of underwear and towels and a few pants.
Wow, you have half a load of laundry in a week. Wow.
Maybe not even that often, to be frank.
It's okay if you change your clothes more than I do. I already knew that.
I also only have 4 towels.
Oh, I think I don't have that many. No, I have a bunch of towels, but I don't change my towels very often, honestly.
I don't either, except I do now because I need a full load of laundry if I'm out of size.
Oh yeah, you might as well just run through your towels. Yeah.
Well, it's not even you might as well. I literally, it's either wash dirty, like modestly dirty towels or wash clean towels.
Yeah.
There's no choice in it. It's I have to wash a full load. So, and it is annoying. Yeah, it's frustrating. But I say all this, and yes, my ankle has a grease burn, like
I'm
right
sorry.
on. It's actually on my shin, on my shin.
How did it get down there? Jeez.
Dude, I think it was when I was frying the second or third egg, and I plopped the egg into the pan, and I wasn't even cooking at a super high heat. I was cooking at like a 6 out of 10. On the burner,
whatever that means. Yeah,
whatever it means. It's different every burner, but I plopped my egg in, and when I say plopped, I mean I did it pretty much the right way. And for whatever reason, it just spat really bad, even though the other 2 eggs I cooked did not.
It's weird like that, Sometimes something will just have a bad time being in a pan or a pot or whatever.
Do you think it's the chickens being stressed out by how many eggs they need to produce right now to fill the quota at the grocery store?
Totally.
Like that's why. So the eggs are just inconsistent because these chickens are just so stressed.
They're just like, they're just not being as careful as they usually are.
I'm waiting. I bought eggs the other day. I go to the grocery store about once a week, but at this juncture right now, I have so many more. I used to go to the grocery store like 3 or 4 times a week. So going once a week and spending like $70 is really weird.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
But as of the last trip I did to the grocery store, I have so much food in the house. I think I'm going to wait 2 weeks or 10 days or something like that before I go to the grocery store again. Cause I had a system where I was going every Monday. But then I'm like, next Monday, I'm not going to be low on much.
Yeah.
And if I really need a break from, monotony, I'll just fucking order food, I'll just order in once or twice a week more than I normally do. If I'm really that bored to save going out.
I was listening to somebody on a radio station talk about like who's, like saying like what to do if you're suddenly bored of your own cooking because you normally have a more exciting life kind of deal. And I was just like, what do you guys mean? Like I always eat my own cooking all of the time.
Yeah.
It's just life and it's not always exciting. And I'm sorry.
Well, to be honest, when I'm living my best life, like a non-subjective best life, like an objective best life, I'm eating my own cooking pretty much every single day. When I'm living my awesome life, then but I will say that I'm almost to the perfect grilled cheese.
Good.
Because and you know what's weird is I have been working on that this whole time, and I'm starting to notice other people on social media are also saying like, I'm almost perfect at making grilled cheese, guys. It's hard because I wouldn't care about food variety that much, but some days it's the only thing to do that day.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be like, it's hard for me to talk about it because it's not that I have zero work. There is work slowly trickling in, and especially as days go by, and now like people I do business with know I'm just at home because I was supposed to be out making a movie the last 3 weeks. So now that people know, like, oh, you're at home, much like nearly everybody else, they're starting to say, like, hey, maybe I have a job for you to do while you're at home. So I am starting to get work, but I'm used to having wall-to-wall work most days. And instead, it's like, all right, a job came in. And then, 14 hours later, and then I'm like, I have nothing to do with my life. Until it's time to record a podcast, and even that, to be frank, this is not that bad because I'm talking to you and that helps. But like my other podcast, Weekly Spooky, I still love doing it, but like I don't know why I have to like pull myself by my shirt collar into the office to do it.
Yeah. I get that.
It's just, I don't think it's what I dread is I do like an intro and outro where I talk, and it's supposed to be just a spot where I can kind of connect with my audience, let them know what's going on in my life, what I thought about the story, what my plans are. So now when it's time to do the intro and the outro, I literally just stress out and go like, oh God, what am I even going to talk about? I hate this. Stupid.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing to talk about. I should just read another scary story. I don't know what else to do. So it's that's like a really challenging thing. Like I said, I don't dread this so far. I actually was pretty excited. The only negative to doing this is that it's on like a real time schedule, even though you're pretty flexible.
Sorry.
Because we structure it around your day off. But we'll say like we're gonna do it at 1:00, and then I will look at the clock and be like, holy crap, it's almost 1. Like because everything's starting to lose meaning. So like days are really bad. I know you've told me you just have always had trouble knowing what day it is.
Yes. Yeah.
I have not. I generally know what day it is. Maybe in part because I'm kind of like I'm very like celebratory about days. Like for instance, for the first, gosh, I can't even say 4 years. It'd be more like 8 years that I've like that I started making movies, and especially the first 3 or 4 years that I was making movies for a living. I worked. It was just every single day, always.
Yeah.
And now, well, before this, I could generally take a weekend off pretty regularly. It was more of an exception that I worked a bunch of weekends, not the rule. So I tried to like celebrate the weekends and be excited for them, like like normies are. But now I'm like, when the weekend starts, the worst part is I'm aware when the weekend starts, but I have no clue where I am in the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this is like when you don't know what day it is. It's like I don't ever not totally know what day it is. Like I could figure it out, but I'm also just like, I don't like, is it Friday? Because I know I work today, but like which day that I work is today?
Yeah. I'll be like staying up super late watching like 3 movies in a row with a big bowl of popcorn. I'll be like, come on, like just have your weekend feelings. Then I'm like, wait, is it Sunday or Friday?
Yeah.
And usually it's Friday. Usually it just started and I'm like, is it over now? So, I mean, and the reason I'm telling you all this is I want to get you ready because you're getting ready to dip your toe in the non-essential world.
Yeah, for a week.
For a week is a long time. Okay, a week is a very long time. If somebody had told me I was going to be self-isolating for 8 weeks or 16 weeks instead of saying 2 or 3 months, I would have been much more panicked much sooner. Weeks are a long time. Yeah. It's funny. That's how language works for me. I don't know why but that's the way language works for me. So, if somebody describes weeks or days, I'm much more prone to go, oh my God, than if they say like 2 months.
Okay.
Like I have to really intellectualize 2 months to think about how long that is.
Okay. I can understand that.
Well, like when I, the year before last, when I did that movie in Chicago and they needed me there were 6 days of production. So I had to shoot 8, I was there for 8 or 9 days. And I also had that other job out of town that was like 5 days. And when I did the math, I realized I'd actually been gone for a half of a month, like straight. Like by the time I got home, it was like, oh, you were gone for 14 days. And I was like, holy shit, that's That's half of the month of September.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it, you don't like, it's just those, for me, they don't really connect immediately. I have to intellectualize them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm working a week and a half, and then another half a week, and then another half a week. And then it's like, well, that's actually 2 weeks. And I'm like, say what? Hold the phone. But
I don't know.
So you are essential, and there's no argument. You are essential.
I don't know.
You work for a grocery store.
Sort of.
In a grocery store. Yeah. I mean, you work inside of a grocery store, and things have been crazy, obviously.
Yeah.
And you decided, and I think wisely, you decided that you're going to take a week off.
Yeah.
Next week. Or actually your week off. When does your week off start?
Next week.
So it starts Monday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh, okay. So when people are hearing this, you will have already been off one whole day.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless I'm dead. And then I'll just be off forever.
Unless you're dead and buried in a Central Park or something.
It wouldn't be Central Park because I'm here. I don't think.
No, they're moving bodies there now.
Oh, they're just sending them all there. They're like, we have a lot of bodies. You can just keep sending them. That's not good.
May as well send all the COVID dead just to New York.
Oh my God.
They're already dealing with it.
That's terrible.
It is really, no, it's really bad. But no, I'm glad you're taking some time off. I think that you earned it. You've been working really hard. And in my opinion, I mean, I hope I'm right. I think I'm right. You've been through the worst of it. As far as your job, because a lot of people, at least where I am, and I think where you are to some extent, at least, people are becoming more confident that the supply chain is still going to be there.
Sure. Yeah.
So they're not hoarding as much, or they've already hoarded their fill.
Yeah. I mean, we still don't have any paper products or anything,
but you do in the morning, right? I mean, it's just they sell out by the end of the day, right?
Yeah, well, they sell out by like 12, and we don't have any wipes or really any disinfecting spray still. Anything that comes in is gone immediately. And honestly, up until yesterday, it was so fucking busy in there. It just like, what's that word? When it's like not good. Oh no, this can't be the time that I forget a really important word.
It's always for me, it's always when I'm making a point that I care about.
Yeah, that thing where it's like, it's like, that's not the right word, but like dangerously busy, but yesterday they started limiting the amount of people who can come into the store at once, and they closed one of the 2 exits. So now it's like maybe the worst of it is over. I don't mean the worst of all of the people dying. I just mean the worst of what's happening in the grocery store.
Well, and that's what we have to focus on, the things we can control, because we can't control how many people are going to be sick, how many people are going to need hospital rooms. Although your state and my state both, it looks like, are going to weather it pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to change. I'm sure by the time everyone hears this, I will be wrong. But when I looked at the numbers from yesterday and today in both of our states, actually in most of the states, they were pretty flat. Like, it's not going up significantly. So maybe we're going to start leveling out, or maybe not.
Well, I know when I looked at the peak predictions yesterday, Ohio's prediction had cut in more than half.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And now it looks like we're going to literally need like 2,000 beds and 800 ventilators for the whole mess. And that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of those in our state. And what's crazy is in Cincinnati, they're converting a stadium into a field hospital. And we probably won't need it. But I'm glad they did it.
Yeah, it's good just in case, because everything could be totally wrong. So.
Absolutely. I mean, I understand why the predictions would start high. I mean, that's just smart business. Yeah. For lack of a better term. That's just, I've been watching too many wrestling documentaries. That's what they fucking say. It's always business. Everything's business. Like punching a guy in the face, that's good business. Like, that's the way pro wrestling works. But no, I mean, that's like the smart way to do it, is you always want to be overly pessimistic in this case. It's weird. Usually when numbers are high, it's optimistic. So I was struggling with that.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on which side you're on. But no, but the predictions right now are that your state and my state both will have more than enough beds and ventilators to take care of the people who are going to get very sick, and that our peaks are relatively close to each other. I don't know what happened to that news story where they were saying that Ohio's peak was going to be like in the middle of May.
Yeah.
Or maybe the middle of June, because now they're not saying that at all. They're saying very similar peak dates to everybody else.
Well, that's good.
Which would make sense, So, but no, so all I'm trying to say about that, though, is just that, and please, nobody mistake what we're saying for information. You should really research this. It's also out of date.
Yeah.
The last time we talked about COVID-19, we had to do an addendum at the beginning of the episode because we had done it literally like the morning before everything was starting to get shut down. So we were like, just wash your hands. And then it was like, okay, wash your hands, but also stay home. And there's a lot more going on now.
Yeah. I don't think that was the last time though, but still, that's okay.
The last time we talked about it?
Yeah.
No, I meant the first time. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I meant the first time we talked about COVID-19. The last time is this time. Haha, JK. But so to get back to the main point, I do think you weathered kind of the worst in many ways because people were kind of figuring out how to live in this new situation. And I mean, it's never going to get as good as it is here because I live in Ohio, which is like a good state full of good people and good leadership. And you live in Pennsylvania, which is literally going to fall into a giant sinkhole.
I mean, probably, but they're covering up, the Graffiti Highway in that place, Centralia.
Oh yeah.
But I'm afraid if they cover it up, it'll all just fall into the ground. So maybe we will fall into a giant sinkhole on fire.
Oh God, Centralia, the town on fire. I wish that was a cool experience, and I'm mad that they would cover up that old piece of highway that's been graffitied because that's like that's what makes it worth going there, and they don't want you to go there.
Exactly, and people were still kind of like congregating there, so they were all right, fine, you guys don't get it anymore. You can't see all the dicks anymore. So
there were so many dicks. So this is a side quest in our episode. Michelle and I went to Centralia, Pennsylvania, which if people don't know, that is a town in Pennsylvania where the coal mine underneath the town caught on fire.
Yeah.
And they evacuated the vast majority of everyone living there, although some people chose to stay. It sounds a little bit cooler than it really was, unfortunately, but I guess that's good because that means like lots of people didn't die and stuff because it's not like the ground was just like cracking open and swallowing everything up, but the ground was like bursting open a little bit and letting out smoke, and it was not like a place you would want to stay. But when we went, we saw, I think, like 6 houses still standing.
Yeah, and there were some. Yeah.
Well, remember the one house? There was one house that was it was a duplex, and it was being held up by a buttress because the other half had been demolished. So I guess the other owner got out.
And it's a twin. Just heads up, and so people understand. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, so we went to Centralia, and I was expecting, anyway, I don't know what you were expecting. I was expecting to see like cracked earth and smoke coming out of it places. There was cracked earth and stuff that was like really interesting to look at, though. Yeah. And we drove around a ton.
Yeah.
But we found, the most important thing was we found a piece of highway. About, what was it? What would you say it was, like a half a mile or a quarter of a mile of it?
Something like that. I don't really know. I don't understand distance. So,
well, we walked the whole thing and it took a good while. And what was that originally a piece of? What state route is that?
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you.
Well, I mean, you don't know, but you can tell. You mean you could look it up?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody cares about that much, but it was
route is through Centralia.
Well, it was a chunk.
Centralia.
It was a chunk of a state highway, a state route highway that went through Centralia too close, and that was a really cool spot because you could see the road was, you know, broken apart from where the ground had swollen.
Yeah.
And it was covered in an immense amount of graffiti and an immense amount of penises.
Yes. Yes, there are just so many penises, like PA 61.
Okay.
But they're just like I don't want it to be covered up and have like pretty things on it like trees, but like there's just so much bad graffiti and so many dicks
and swastikas.
Yeah.
Although they were so clearly like the trolling swastikas, like just to make you go, oh, there's a swastika, and I'm just like, oh my god, somebody did this ironically. I'm so upset.
Yeah.
But it was interesting, and like when we went, like there were totally other people going there. Like it's clearly a destination.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that was a fun experience going to Centralia.
I mean, I was in pain, but yes.
Oh, but it was great for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. That's really all I wanted. So.
Well, I remember, wasn't it? That wasn't the plan when I came out to help you out with your shoulder. It's just like, I was sitting there, I was like, hey, if you feel like you can go on a car ride, we've both always wanted to go to Centralia.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like an hour and a half away, or maybe it was less than that.
I think it was more than that. It's at least 2 hours.
But luckily there was a Sheetz on the way, so.
Yeah, I sometimes pass that Sheetz still and go, oh, that's the Sheetz.
That's a nice Sheetz.
Yeah, it is.
So, but yeah, Centralia was it was interesting. And yeah, so of course they're covering it up because, that is the attraction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really. And it was like super duper easy to get to. Remember, because didn't we took like a really weird, difficult way to get there. And then once we got there, we saw that there was like a million easier ways to get on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we like went down a steep hill and across a little stream. And then when we get there, people are just walking through this thing and you can like see the road. And we're like, God damn it. We didn't even know what we were looking for.
Yeah.
That was actually the coolest part. We didn't do like any research other than where is Centralia.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got there, we walked like a cemetery and we walked around a bunch of other stuff. And then literally like, I remember I was like wandering off while you were probably dealing with horrible pain. And then I called you over because it was like the coolest thing ever. Like as I walked toward the edge of this thing, like that road just kind of revealed itself to me, this big abandoned patch of highway, which that alone is like fascinating to look at. Like it's there's no cars on it. Obviously it doesn't connect to anything anymore.
Yeah.
They diverted PA 61. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it was. And now nobody can go there ever again.
Good. God is dead and we're alone.
Mm.
But anyway, so back to the point of the matter. So you're going to dip your toe in being a non.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, sort of. I am like, I'm sure that all of next week will just be me answering messages from the people that work under me. Because right now, I'm getting tons of messages as we're talking, and I'm just refusing to look at them because I'm not supposed to work when I'm not at work. Like, that's what my bosses keep telling me.
Well, if you're not supposed to work when you're not at work, why would you be answering them when you're on vacation?
Because the people need help, and no one will help them, so I have to help them.
Someone's got to be willing to help them.
Well, they don't contact them. They're just contacting me for some reason.
Well, that's their own fault.
It is. But I don't want them to be sad, so I have to help.
Just respond with cute memes and then move on with your life.
Oh, but then I have to find the memes.
I'll send you memes.
Okay.
I'll be your plug, your meme plug. That's what the cool kids say. Not about memes, about illegal drugs, but still. But I am sincerely, though, I'm glad you're taking a vacation. You need it.
I don't know. I have really bad anxiety, so I don't know what is the week to take the vacation. I want to take the vacation on the right week, the week where I would get sick if I didn't take the vacation. So I never
feel
really
like the
know.
right week is never for you. That's the way you function.
Yeah, but I need to find it. It's this unending, never-ending search to find the right times to whatever. So I need to know because I gotta pick the right one.
But you have more vacation time anyway.
Yeah, but not a lot more.
More than me.
Yeah.
Made you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Pity me. I think now is as good a time as any.
I just want to do the right thing.
You're doing the right thing. You do a really good job.
No.
You do. Yes, you do.
No.
You do though. You look out for your the people that work under you. Really, look out for them really well. You work really hard. You take on a lot of stress and responsibility. And you've had to sit and be jealous of all the nons who get to just sit at home and go broke.
Yeah. All you people sitting at home.
You nons. So I'm just saying,
dying.
I mean, like, not. I'm just saying that I do think it'll be good for you to get some time off. Maybe, watch some TV. You could watch Oz.
Yeah, I could. It's been hard.
I know it has been. I could send you Strip to Kill 2 if that would help. Don't waste your vacation on stupid stripper movies I send you.
It's okay.
You could do better.
Well, that's nice of you to think. But I probably will just do what I always do when I'm off, which is I'll just work on stuff all day and work on more stuff. Yeah, I gotta work on the comic. I need to make a back patch, but maybe I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm not sure. Like I have
patch?
Yeah, for my vest. I'm making a back patch. Cool. It's time. So, and if I like the design, I might sell them. But I'm gonna do lots of things and be unhappy, just like normal.
Yeah, but at home,
just like normal, except when I'm not at work.
Do you have anything that you really want to get done while you're not at work?
I want to make some fan art. I gotta mow the lawn, but I'm gonna try to do that today.
I really need to mow my lawn.
Oh, I want to. Yeah, it'd be good. I wanna find the chalk because I have chalk and I want to draw on my driveway. Yeah,
you should draw fun things on your driveway.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw stuff on my driveway. So
you could make yourself as the pumpkin design. Like, you're really nice. Stay away from me.
Yeah. Oh, and I have bleach wipes. So I was like, what designs could I bleach onto my pants?
Ooh.
So, all of the things that I want to do that I probably won't get to any of them because I don't know, something bad will happen. So
what's something bad will happen?
I have already been exposed to COVID-19 probably, and then I'll get sick and I'll just be like, yay, like I can't do anything on my week off except be sick and then die.
But then die. You are so far from the people who it kills.
No, you don't know that. And I understand, like I was listening to like why they think it kills people and stuff now. So now I'm all stressed out. But like,
what about that applied to you? It's mostly like men and obese people and cigarette smokers,
but people just die sometimes.
That's all the time. People just die all the time.
I know. I'm scared all the time that I'm dying.
I guess I should correct my statement. People die all the time sometimes, is what I meant to say. Like, all the time, people sometimes die. It's a constant.
No, you don't understand. It's like, if I'm not scared of dying of this, I'm scared of dying of cancer. So right now, I think I think I'm just scared of dying of this right now. I'm not sure. I'm
a little scared of, well, to be frank, I am more scared of like you dying of it than I am me getting it.
I am scared that I'll die and it'll make everybody really unhappy.
Well, then don't.
Okay, but
God. Michelle, don't. Just don't die of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Promise.
No, because then what if I do die and then you cry and you're like, you broke your promise?
Oh, that's why I'd be crying. I'd be crying because you broke your promise.
Yeah.
No other reason. No other reason.
Yeah.
I understand that fear. I do. I mean, I understand that it's not totally reasonable, but I also understand having it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm afraid of getting it. This is going to sound stupid, but this is my way of dealing with it. Like I bought, one of the last times I went to the grocery store, I bought like some Gatorade and like chicken soup and stuff that I'm not going to touch until I get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stuff that I would like that would be nice for when I'm sick.
Yeah.
'Cause, it's probably going to get me sooner or later. Maybe not. Or I'll just get the friggin' flu and freak out and worry the whole time. Or a cold and just freak out. But I'm sure you're probably one of the 25% that's estimated that just will show no symptoms.
Yeah, it might be more than 25%.
It might be. That I just heard that was the most recent number.
I heard that them folks in that country, Iceland.
Them folks in that country.
Looked like it was 50% of the people. Didn't that?
Yeah, but they're Icelanders.
So
I don't know how, but their population is awfully small.
Okay, but what does that mean?
I'm just saying, like, there's been a bunch of. It's just hard to extrapolate right now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, I would assume it's higher than whatever they think because so few people are being tested.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's possible. Or it's possible it's not as infectious as we thought. Oh my gosh, Iceland has even less people on it than I was guessing.
There's more than 10.
Yeah, there's 12. No. How many people do you think live in Iceland?
I don't know. I'm going to be wildly wrong. So, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to be wildly wrong as in you were going to guess.
No, I mean, I can guess. How about...
You should guess.
How about 35,000?
Okay, well, that's now you're just being insulting. You're close. You were off by 300,000.
Oh, okay, good. That's
so they're like
330
some thousand. That's not that is not that many people by any stretch. We have probably 330 million people in the United States.
Yeah.
There are more. Let's see. Okay. There are way more people than that just living in New York City.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, now I have to. New York City has 8.6 million people in it as of 2017.
They got a lot of people.
They got a lot of people. And it's not working out so good right now.
Mm.
But I do want to say, if you're in New York and you're listening to this, I hope you're okay. I'm sure things are a lot scarier to like me because I'm not there. Just reading the numbers scares the crap out of me. But I know that a lot of people are doing okay and they're doing the best they can, and I hope they're all right.
Yeah, me too. And I have a lot of family in the state of New York and a couple in more or less New York City. So,
well, and Jersey's having a rough time too.
They are, especially northern New Jersey, which I do have family there as well. So
I have a lot of friends there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I worry that people listening to this aren't like my friend like you are, because I'm like I flippantly laugh at certain things that are making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how dangerous things are out there.
Yeah.
Now you need to say something funny, or else we've killed it.
I don't have anything funny to say. I've been rocking back and forth while we've been taping this. If that makes you feel better, recording that is.
You see, and you stepped on my joke too.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna be like, whoa, we're taping this?
Yeah.
No. Are you really rocking back and forth right now?
Not at that exact second when you said that, but basically, I'm watching an ant now.
Oh, like a woman whose sister has children?
Yes.
Oh, I hope she's 6 feet or further away.
She's running across the floor. So
this is getting weird. Have you pointed the ant out to Gigs so Gigs can eat it?
Gigs is really busy right now. She's licking her leg. So, and the ant just went in the kitchen. So we'll
that's
deal
where
with it
ants
later.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come on, promise me you won't die.
No, because then it'll happen.
But so it won't happen if you don't promise?
No, it'll also happen.
I
won't feel
heard
as
you
bad.
loud.
No,
Hearing you loud and clear.
No,
since you did not jinx it, you will not die.
No,
I can live with this. I can absolutely live with this.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks for listening. You can email us at thisshowIsAwkward@gmail.com or go to awkwardshow.com or whatever. See you next time.